Hi Collective. So there is an upcoming lunar eclipse. It's tomorrow. And it is in tropical Pisces and sidereal Aquarius. So I wanted to come on here and give you guys some messages. So it's going to be a mix of channeled messages, and we're going to dive into using some cards as well. We're going to dive into the medicine that this eclipse carries for you guys, the energy you guys need to be embodying during, this eclipse season, and, well, this lunar eclipse specifically. But the energy is going to last for a bit, because the next one I think is on the 21st of this month. Anyway, and then we're going to get some advice. So that's what we're getting into. So you're going to pick your pile based on these shells. So this is the first shell for pile 1. I think it's called a mermaid's comb. Okay. Pile 1. This is pile 2. This is pile 3. I just got this one recently in New Jersey. It's so pretty. Okay. So those are the 3 piles. Whichever shell you are most drawn to. Trust your gut. If you're drawn to more than one, that is perfectly okay. Trust yourself. And I'm going to be posting each pile separately. So stay tuned. Hi, Pile 1 Collective. And just a reminder, you are part of the Pile 1 Collective if you chose this shell, this mermaid's comb shell. Okay. So welcome to your reading. So we're going to start with channeled messages, so no cards. And we're going to start with the signs. Okay, so if these signs don't resonate with you, that's okay. You were still drawn to this pile for a reason. It doesn't mean this reading isn't for you. So, but these are some confirmations. They could resonate, they could not. So the signs for these channeled messages: everybody loves the sunshine. Mane and tail, which I think is a shampoo. Sourdough. The angel number 1212. White die or dice. And then a festival. Okay. So pile 1. So here is what I heard and saw. So I saw a seatbelt being unbuckled, and I'm like, okay, pile 1. Okay, so you're no longer like containing yourself. You're no longer like, it's like a freedom. No more like restriction. And then I saw a porcupine, and I was like, okay, pile 1. Okay, so we're enforcing boundaries. Like, we're entering a new phase in our life, which, yeah, because I saw the portal in Coraline where she's walking through. Okay, so this symbolizes new life, and I love that because, she went to a whole different world. Okay, it's giving Aladdin a whole new world. Yeah, so you guys are entering a new phase in your life. I love that. I mean, eclipse energy is going to bring a new something, okay? And this is just giving a whole, like, a complete just like renewal here, where you guys are, because I also saw a spider web, and I also saw a clock with it, like a those clocks, well, like movies, like the hypnotist, like one of those like stopwatch clocks kind of, along with the spider web. So I'm like, okay, so we're stopping a cycle of hurt. Like, it's like enough is enough. You guys are turning over a new page, or over a new leaf, where you could have, just been available, just been very, your boundaries were porous. You had, like, I don't want to say like little to no self-respect, but you weren't prioritizing yourself. You were overgiving. You were worried about everybody else but yourself. With the porcupine, it's like, oh, okay, like, I know who I am. I know what I want to do. I know what I deserve. I know what I do not deserve. I know what I will tolerate and what I will not tolerate. And so that's why I saw that porcupine and that spider web. Like, you're rewriting a story. You're entering a new chapter. Because I always say that spiders are like, they're storytellers with their webs, and they weave like new life. Okay. And I also heard the song Werewolves of London, so that could be another potential sign for you guys. But to me, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure the song is about like like uninhibited, like an uninhibited, I think it's a guy, but he's like, he just does like whatever he pleases. And seeing the seatbelt, you know, being unbuckled in the beginning, I'm like, okay, I feel you guys were, I saw that at 333. Could have like restricted yourselves in life, could have taken the back seat, not really wanting to, like, I'm kind of getting like a goody two shoes vibe a little bit. And so with that song Werewolves of London, once again, just could be confirmation, but I'm also getting, you know, werewolves are they're very free. It's kind of this like primal, like, it's, you're acting off of these urges, these desires that you have, which you guys are doing. This eclipse energy is like triggering within you. And then I saw somebody taking a leap of faith. Okay. And Spirit was like, yes, this will be very rewarding for them. I love that. And then I also heard the song Soap, and I think it's by Melanie Martinez. So immediately I was like, oh, okay. So you guys, you're not using your voice. You haven't been for a long time, but with this eclipse energy, you're like, you know what? No, like, I want to speak up for myself. I want to stand up for myself. I want to voice my opinions. Like, my opinions deserve to be heard. Like, my voice matters. No longer like tiptoeing around people or trying to appease everybody. Like, that's dead. That's done. It's over with. Okay. So those were the channel messages that I received for y'all. I wrote them down in this book. So we are going to get into the energy that you guys need to be embodying, okay? For this lunar eclipse. All right. I'm going to pause while I shuffle. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So we got the river. I love that energy. Okay, pile one. Okay, so the energy that you guys need to be embodying during this lunar eclipse is, why am I hearing, what's the song? Is it called Young Hearts Run Free? They'll never be hung up. Hung up like my man and me. Anyway, but just like this, is that a horse? I think that's a horse. Yeah, it is. Okay. Hold on. Because wasn't one of the signs mane and tail? Anyway. So you guys, the energy that you need to be embodying during this lunar eclipse is being willing to flow. Because like a river doesn't stop. The river is continuously flowing and moving, and you know, it doesn't stop or wait for change. Whenever change comes, it flows with it. There's no resistance. And so anything that is leaving your life at this time, especially like old patterns that you're ready to be rid of, allow them to fall away. Allow yourself to flow into this, literally this new era in your life. Allow it to come. Allow it to be. There's no use in trying to fight the current, because it's going to take you. It's going to take you. So whatever's coming up for you that you're tired of, or you're noticing, you know, you just don't feel the same about. Remember, I got that boundaries card. So for some of you, a relationship could be falling away, because I just did, you know, hear that song, Young Hearts Run Free. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But yeah, it's time to let, can I swear on this app? It's time to let that go. It's time to let it go for newness to be brought into your life. Because the river, while yes, it cleanses, it also brings a sense of renewal. Okay, the river brings blessings. So let things go, let things be. You can't control it. I feel like this is my pile who likes control, especially because I saw that seatbelt being unbuckled. I said goody two shoes, right? You know, you could really like, you know, you like stuff like this, very, you know, orderly. You like things a certain way. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But life is trying to shake some stuff up for you, and you have to go along with it, or else you're going to keep repeating cycles. But I know you guys are not going to, because we saw that spider web. Okay, we are rewriting old stories. And you know, at the bottom of the deck, there is the orphan. okay? Oh, and you know what's underneath that? The Destroyer. So we got the Orphan and the Destroyer. Okay, so you, first of all, I feel like a lot of you are afraid of being alone, of walking your own path. And I just think I heard Werewolves of London, because I'm thinking of like lone wolf right now. And I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna have to make a part 2 for pile 1. But with the Orphan here, you guys are having to trust that, like, at the end of the day, you will find your people or your person, and in the meantime, you have you. If nobody else got you, you have you. Okay, and the most important relationship in life is with yourself. So whatever is being demolished right now, whatever foundations are crumbling right before your very eyes, allow them to. Allow them to, because with the Destroyer, it brings clarity. Okay, and you know, after destruction, you're able to rebuild, but you cannot rebuild until what has been torn down. Okay, so I'm gonna make a part 2, pile 1. Stay tuned. Okay, pile 1, we are back. So part 2 of your message. So like I was saying, with the Destroyer, you know, they take away all things that... Is that a wolf? Is that a wolf? Interesting. Anyway, I like how all these signs are kind of like popping up through the cards too. Very, very fascinating. Okay, but anyway, like I was saying, you know, you will be okay. You are going to rebuild this foundation, and it's going to be stronger. It's going to be lasting. Okay, because like I said, I feel like you take the leap of faith is walking away from something. Remember, I heard, like, I saw the porcupine enforcing boundaries. So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, this could be due to a romantic relationship, could be platonic, familial, whatever it is. Okay, but I feel like a lot of you just don't want to walk alone. But in this phase of your life, you have to. You're not going to be alone forever. You're not going to be alone forever, okay? And I feel like this is going to give you the opportunity to better understand yourself and become your own best friend, okay? I just heard Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce, okay? I know that's right, pile 1. Okay, but you're going to be all right, okay? Yes, the Destroyer hurts because it is, you know, it is a hard truth, but that truth is medicine, and you just have to let it settle. Gotta let it settle, gotta let it simmer, okay? So, yeah, for the energy you need to embody, be okay with walking alone. We already got the River. We already discussed that with the Destroyer. You know, don't be afraid to knock all that shit over. Oh, can I swear? Sorry, I think I can swear on this app. I hope so. But don't be afraid to knock everything over. And you don't have to do it, you know, crazily, but, you know, knock it over and rebuild. Okay, this is your life. Don't live it for anybody else. Live it for you. First and foremost, okay? Okay, now we're going to move to the medicine that this eclipse carries. Or, you know, what else the eclipse has in store for you guys. Okay. You know what? Let me pause and shuffle. Okay, y'all. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. Okay. Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Okay. Oh. Thank you so. Thank you so much. Okay. What's that? I was just talking about truth. Hold on. Okay. First card we got is mead and wine. So it says your presence embodied, tasting the pleasure flowing through your being. Okay. I love this. Remember how I said that you guys are going to be like taking a leap of faith, and this is something that is very like aligned with you. And didn't I say Spirit says like this is like, I don't want to open up this book again, but because I had wrote it down. Okay, yeah, it will reward you. Okay, I even got the core line. Okay, new life. Okay. So your presence embodied, tasting the pleasure flowing through your being. Okay, so with this eclipse, yes, at first, because we also did get the coming of darkness. it is going to seem dark at first, but when you, like I said, when you let that medicine sit and you let the medicine do its work, when you let it work through you instead of fighting against it, flowing with it. And I love, look, it's literally like a river of wine, isn't it? Look at that. It's going to bring you, like, because you're able to, like I said, you're doing you. You're choosing what's best for you. Like I said, you could have been somebody who followed by everybody else's rules except your own. You never made your own. You weren't living your life for you. And with this mead and wine card, you are living your life for you. Okay, you're like, well, what brings me pleasure? What brings me joy? I feel like these questions could be coming up for you during this eclipse. Like, well, you know what? What do I enjoy doing? You know, who do I really feel like myself around? Does this connection, does this relationship nourish me? Do I feel joy and like full presence and embodiment when I'm with these people, with this person? When I'm with myself, am I happy with where I am, with what I'm doing? You know? Okay, so your presence embodied. Okay, so this eclipse is bringing up pleasure. And I feel like this is maybe something that you have denied yourself and you've prioritized other people's pleasure instead of your own. And pleasure doesn't have to be strictly sexual. I want us to move away from that. Pleasure is just, it's joy, it's feeling, it's being, it's bliss. Okay? So I feel like that question is going to come up for you a lot during this lunar eclipse. And then we got tea magic. And it says, reach into your subconscious, pull from the source, and weave magic with intention, and the answers will unfold. Okay, first of all, I feel like somebody needs some peppermint tea or some rosemary tea for some clarity. Okay? But this eclipse, like I said, it's asking, you're going within for this eclipse, and a lot of things are going to be brought to the forefront of your mind. If you can hear my stomach, I'm sorry, I was fasting. But a lot is being brought forward. A lot that you have ignored, you can no longer ignore. A lot that you've run away from, you can no longer outrun. Okay, so everything is coming to the surface. And if that's difficult for you, or it's hard to like integrate and really like decode that information that you're receiving, peppermint tea or rosemary, just for some clarity, okay? Maybe even chamomile for the nerves, okay, to calm down. For you to sit with the medicine, because tea is medicine. A lot of medicine here, okay? Yeah, and the answers will unfold. Okay. And then we got coming of darkness. All the light is dimming. Life is withering at the core. Are you ready? And I feel like you guys are asking, like, am I ready to take this step? Am I ready to walk away from this? Am I ready to really start enforcing my boundaries? Am I ready to start living for myself? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you have to sit with the fact that it is going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it is going to be very uncomfortable. It is not going to feel good. You are not going to like it. But you will love the results. Okay, you will love how you feel afterwards, after standing up for yourself, walking away from something, walking into something. You are going to be so proud of yourself, but you have to prep yourself for, it's like kind of like a mourning period, because when one phase of your life ends, you do have to grieve that. You do have to mourn that. It's an ending, and you have to honor that, okay? And then we also got at the bottom of the deck, cranberries. And cranberry says, devour the truth and let it sink into the depths of all that came before and all that will come after. Remember how I said you have to sit with the truth of the destroyer? Because the destroyer, especially with the wolf, like, you know, being able to see at night, being able to peer through the darkness and cut through like BS. Sit with the truth. Like it says, devour the truth. Take it in. Take it in. Because I feel like if you try to, you know, spoon feed yourself small bites of the truth, you're going to try and like run away from it and be like, no, it's not that bad. Like, no. Devour it. Gulp it down. Let it sit. It's uncomfortable. And sink into the depths of all that came before and all that will come after. Because I feel like You know, it's asking you like where you are now and where you will see yourself. The you that you envision, the life that you envision, right? What was life like before, and what will it be like after? Can you taste it? Can you feel that? Really feel that? I feel like it's because you can, you can understand the truth, but do you integrate it? Do you take the action? Do you take action on behalf of that truth? Do you know what I mean? I'm running out of time. Part 3. Okay, pile 1, we are back. But we were with the cranberries card. And I want to say with this card and all that will come after, allow the truth to pave the way, to lead the way. Okay? Allow it to show you, what are your next steps to take. Okay? I feel like for a lot of you here, you guys could be, in touch with your ancestors. And when I read all that came before and all that will come after, I think of how, they say like when you are working on healing yourself, you not only heal yourself, but you heal those who came before you and those who will come after you. Okay, so think of this whenever you are too afraid to take that next step, too afraid to shed, to change, to pivot, to grow. Understand that this is necessary. And not only is this uncaging yourself, but those who came before you and those who will come after. You're setting a new precedent. Okay? What you're doing is deeply healing. It's ancestral work. Every time that we choose to better ourselves, that we choose to rewrite the story, okay, that we choose to claim some part of ourselves that was denied, to our ancestors, right? The growth, like the blossoming that comes from that. And I want you to lean into that, to not shy away from, the weight and the medicine that this truth holds, okay? This revelation that you're going to have with this eclipse, okay? Because it's very, very important. Okay. Now we're going to go to the advice portion. Okay. Okay, so, you know what? Let me pause. Okay, let's see what message. Thank you. Okay. So the first card says, Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the winds. Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. Beautiful. Okay, dear you, oh my. Things are stirred up and change is upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to and let spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said. Take one step toward the gods and they will take 10 towards you. We're all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. All right. Last one. Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity and ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind is in alignment with the divine intelligence, and they are unstoppable together. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, y'all. So, final deck. This is the final message of advice. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Is there any other message? If not, that's okay. And that's it for the Power One Collective. That's it? Okay. Okay, so the first card we got is Be Present. And it says, your full presence is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others. Life is happening right now in this moment. Today's the only day that matters. Anchor yourself in the now and give it your all. Notice the details and drink in the sweetness. Be present. Okay. And then we have share your gifts. Your creativity positively impacts the world. It's ripe with beauty and innovation. Everyone benefits from your art, especially you. Get to know your talented inner muse. Nurture your vision. Your unique gifts are meant to be shared. Okay. I love that. Okay, Pile One. That is your entire reading. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I hope that it resonated with you. And I hope that, this reading gives you more strength and helps you believe in yourself more when it comes to navigating these changes in your life. Okay? So if any of you would like to book a reading with me, you can DM me. Okay, and I'd love to give you an eclipse reading because I'm doing eclipse readings right now. So DM me if you're interested, and take care. Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your message. So once again, you are a part of Pile 2 if you picked this shell here. So we're going to start with the channeled messages first, and I'm going to list some signs or some confirmations just so you can know if this message is for you or not. And if these signs do not resonate, this doesn't mean that, the entire reading is not for you. You were drawn to the shell. You picked it for a reason. Roll with it. So the signs are, I saw a purple keychain, Icebox by Marion, Venom, like from Spider-Man. Okay. A cruise ship. I saw like a green little tree car freshener. I think that might be pine scented. Coral reef, a clothesline, and lucky number 17. Okay, so Pile 2. Let's get into it. So the first thing that I heard no flash photography. Okay, who y'all feeling like? Y'all might be in the spotlight more, Pile 2, and if you are, I love that for you. So more like it's giving all eyes on me. This could also symbolize maybe like social media fame, or if y'all are in a career where you in the spotlight, y'all could be finally reaching that point to where you're getting recognition. You're in the spotlight, you're numb. Okay. So that made me giggle. No flash photography. Okay, so the next thing I saw was a rhino, and I heard like charging through, like full steam ahead, and I was like, okay, and I was like, okay, so we're charging towards our goals. Like we're moving through, like we're cutting through BS. We're moving through things that aren't aligned with us. We're past it. We're not focused on that. We got clear vision. Okay, we're focused. And then with the rhino, I also heard like rare, like unique, talent and owning that, not shying away from that, like not downplaying yourself. It's like, yeah, I know what I am, I know what I do, I know what I offer. Yeah. Like you're not downplaying yourself. Like this eclipse is bringing, like, it's like I'm moving out of that energy. If you were ever in that energy, you're moving away from it. We're past it. And then I also saw somebody having a new addition to the family. So somebody, you know, if you're able to have children, you could potentially be bringing a baby into this world, and congratulations. For others, it's just birthing, you know, a creative project. Okay, but I strongly feel like it's an actual child, just so y'all know. Okay, and then I heard no flex zone. So first of all, y'all are up. Like eclipse season is bringing in. Everybody's always like, oh, like, you know, eclipse season's like, it's changes and it's uncomfortable. Like me, has this eclipse season been like uncomfortable? Yes, but it's positive. It's been very positive for me, like very, very positive. And I feel like that is how it is for y'all too. Like it could be a little uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, it's very positive. Like y'all are up, y'all are feeling good. But I also want to say, like, Spirit says, also be humble though. Be humble about it though. But you know, it's okay, you know, to be like, well, yeah, I got this and I'm doing this. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all are doing good, and you know, you should be able to share that. And then I saw a cauldron, and immediately I heard like alchemy. So I'm like, okay, so you're making something out of nothing. Okay, like I'm getting like somebody who is just, they're like brimming with ideas, like bubbling, cauldron bubble, like brimming with ideas. Okay, like you have so much that you want to bring into this world, and I do see you guys bringing it into the world. I do see you guys making something and sharing it with everybody, because immediately after I saw an elevator and it was going up. So I'm like, okay, so you're leveling up. We're leveling up. And especially I heard like in career and also like business. So some of you could be like opening up your own business, and this could be like a lifelong dream of yours. And with that, I definitely just do see more money, just period, in life, just more funds. Okay, we love that. And then I also saw somebody like in a U-Haul, and I'm like, okay, so we're moving. And for a lot of you guys, I don't think it's moving within this state. I think it's moving out of state. It's like you're moving out of state, and potentially for some of you, Arizona. I did hear Arizona. Okay. And then the last thing that I heard was addressing skeletons in the closet. So if you guys are holding on to some things from your past, or like harboring feelings towards, like negative feelings towards a person from your past, it's time to address that. Don't hold on to it, because you're entering a new season in your life where those feelings can't come with you. So it's time to sit with them, you know, recognize them and let them go. You got to let them go. You got to address what you're holding on to, you know, what secrets you're holding on to, or I definitely think it's like old emotions that you just haven't been able to let go of. Okay. Okay, now we are going to be moving on to, so I got to move this. I wrote down everything. We're going to be moving on to the portion where we discuss what energy you need to be embodying during this eclipse, especially the lunar eclipse, but eclipse season. Okay, so let me grab that. All right, I'm going to pause while I shuffle. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, so the card that came out, we got the riddle. Okay, I know y'all ain't gonna like this, but the energy that you need to be embodying is one of trust, one of faith, one of surrender. Because the riddle, as you can see, you see like these hands, but they can't touch it. Right, they can't fully perceive it. You see the black, it's like hidden energy, right? So with this card, you have to lean into the unknown. You have to lean into and be okay with not knowing. You're not meant to know everything. You can't possibly, and that's okay. So this is saying, like, be okay with whatever comes up for you, and especially with the Father at the bottom of the deck, it's giving me like detachment, like be detached from your outcome. Like, yes, you can keep those goals, maintain those goals, but you know, if something has to shift, you have to pivot, you have to, you know, make a sudden change, unforeseen change. Something comes up and you're like, why did this happen? Just be like, it happened for a reason. This had to happen like that. Like, everything is aligning for me as it should. You know, sometimes we have like a crystal clear vision of something, and then life takes it a different route, but it still ends up working out for us. That's what this is giving. Okay, and that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. So it's just like, embody this trusting energy. Be okay with not knowing. Be okay with surprises coming your way, because they're good surprises. Allow yourself to be surprised. Allow yourself to deviate from the plan. It's okay. It's okay. I love that. I love that for the energy you have to embody during this eclipse. Okay. So now we're going to go to, you know, what medicine this eclipse carries for you and anything else that this eclipse has in store. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let me pause. All right. Let's see. That, like, tried to come out. I like for my cards to jump out. If it wants to come out, it will. It always does if it wants to. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay, pile 2. I'm running out of time. I'm going to make a part 2. Okay, pile 2 collective, we are back. So, these are messages for what medicine this eclipse carries for you. And there was something else. Oh, anything else for like what it has in store for you. Okay, first card. We got straw bale. It's time you step out of your comfort zone, take up space, and reach new heights. Okay, I love that because you guys are already in that energy, you know? With like the rhino, I said charging, moving towards. Okay, so whatever you feel like is out, like just slightly out of your reach for it. Reach for it. If it scares you, reach for it. Leap towards it, charge towards it, because you know rhinos, they charge, they move. And I love this energy also because her eyes are closed and she's just like this trusting energy, like, you know what, like feeling, I'm just getting like the feeling of like the wind surrounding her, like the power of it. You guys are definitely, like, this eclipse is awakening you to your power, to your potential. And I love, is that an eclipse in the background? Or is that just the night sky? I can't really tell. Y'all see that? Perhaps. Anyway, and you're like, you know what? I can do it. Especially with the elevator leveling up, we're going up, we're going out of our comfort zone, we're going past what we thought we could do, maybe what we thought we wanted, and we're reaching towards what we truly want, what is truly aligned with us. I love that. Okay, and then we have Harvest Switch. Let me show you the card. It says, what sacrifices have you made for the greater vision of what is to be? And so with this, it is drawing me back to the addressing those skeletons in the closet. Because if you're like holding on to maybe feelings of like that you're not good enough, or fear regarding failure, or harboring like old emotions that just they're taking up too much space within your energy. They're just unnecessary space. You have to clear that out. You can't hold on to that, whether it's a grudge or it's fears, whatever it may be, to create room for more ideas, for more opportunities, for more blessings to come into your life. If you need to squash something, squash it. If you need to let something go, let something go. Okay? If you need to walk away from something, let it go. And I think this also goes hand in hand with the comfort zone, because you have to sacrifice that comfort zone to reach, your full potential. So sacrifice it. burn it. I just had that audio in my head, burn it. I said burn it, okay? Burn it to the ground so that the new you can, you know, emerge from the ashes, okay? And then we also got Toad. It says, observe for those who watch, see all. And I love this because remember how the energy that you needed to embody was the riddle? It makes me think of Toad because you're allowing life to happen and you're watching and you're aligning your actions with what spirit is showing you. Okay? Wait, does he have a monocle? That is so funny. Did you see the frog? He's perceptive. He's tuned in. He's eye for detail. Okay? And that is, you know, what this eclipse is asking you. It's carrying this, like, this perceptive energy for you where you're aware. You're finally aware. You're in tune. You're paying attention. And even, is there an eye? Is there an eye on this card? It kind of looks like an eye to me in the center. Like a little bit. A little bit. And you're using your, but I feel like it's like multi-dimensional sight. So like clair senses as well, not just, you know, regular sight, but your clair senses, multi-dimensional sight when it comes to your life at this time. Okay, so there actually could be like an increase in your intuition at this time. But other has to observe for those who watch, see all, because that is very, very true. When you are paying attention to the signs that you're receiving and then you're taking action, watch everything comes together for you. Watch. Literally watch and learn. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Campfire. Okay, and Campfire says, do not fear opening your mouth and allowing your tongue to speak. So for one, I see this person, like they're in the center of the campfire and they have like this bright star above them. So for some of you, you may need to seek mentorship. And if you're feeling drawn towards potentially taking a class, or seeking out somebody in your field that you know of, or maybe you do not know of yet, but taking that initiative to strengthen your gifts or maybe develop some new gifts, okay? Because with the right, like I said, like you're taking action and it's aligned action. Like it has something to do with like a unique talent that you have. So you may need to sharpen that gift. And so with Campfire, don't be afraid to, because closed mouths do not get fed, okay? Remember that. Closed mouths do not get fed. So if you're not opening up about you needing help, you needing some guidance, you're not going to get anywhere. Do you think it's just going to magically fall into your lap? You know, talk to your spirits about it. Like, hey, like, spirit, can you please point me in the direction of somebody who is aligned with me and who would best help me, you know, align with my desires? Who can help me sharpen these skills, or maybe even learn this new skill that I need, you know, on this journey that I'm on, okay? So don't be afraid. Don't shy away from that. Speak up. Speak. Okay. And also, this is just talking more, taking up space. Maybe this is you not being afraid to step into the public eye and share your opinions, share your voice. Okay, so now we are moving on to the advice portion. So let's get into that. All right. You know what? I'm gonna shuffle off camera. All right. Let's get into y'all's advice. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. All right. Around. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. This is so aligned with Riddle and that Campfire card. Okay. Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part, now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. And it's hilarious because that's exactly what I said with Will. Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny. Didn't I say a rare talent, y'all? Okay, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically one with the world, individual yet part of a great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul, check in with spirit, and keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you. I love that. And I'm going to have to do part 3 because I am running out of time. Okay, hi, pile 2. We are back. We are in the advice portion, and you have one final card from this deck, and then we're going to go to another one. But final one. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence, but the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter. For there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable, loving you like crazy. I love that. Okay. That was very sweet. Let's get into this pile now. Hold on. Shuffle off camera. I paused at 111, which is very interesting, so that could be another potential sign for you guys. Let's see what advice, if there's any other advice this spirit has for you. Okay. Was that? Did you want this? Okay. We'll take it. Okay. We got trust your intuition. And it says it's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside instead. You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation, walk in the woods, ask yourself what you need, and listen. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. You have the answer, and it's safe to trust yourself. Everything you need is already inside you. Okay, this card came out with it. I'm going to read it. We got slow down. When it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush. At the end of our days, we won't care about our to-do list. We'll wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait. Slow down now. And then we got listen. Are you talking more than you're listening? Do you finish people's sentences for them? Shh. True connection is about how we make people feel and whether or not we're being open and present. Life is communicating with you, dear one. An important message is trying to get through. Let go of your fear of not being heard. You'll get your chance. For now, just listen. Okay? So that is it for everything. Pile 2. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the message or messages. I hope that they resonated, and I'm wishing you all the love and luck as you navigate this eclipse season. And if you would like to book a reading with me, you can DM me, okay? Because I am doing eclipse readings, but I also offer a plethora of other readings. So if you're interested, DM me. Take care. Hi, Pile 3 Collective. So this is your reading if you chose this shell right here. Let me... Okay. So we're going to start out with the channeled messages that I received for you guys. And we're going to start out with like signs or confirmations so that you can know that this reading is especially for you. If these signs do not resonate with you, that doesn't mean this reading isn't for you. You're drawn to the shelf for a reason, so stick to it, okay? So, signs. A New York Yankees hat. Close the Door by Teddy Pendergrass. A silver bottle opener. Mac and cheese. 888. Piano. And a handheld mirror or a vanity mirror. You know, the one that's like that twirls. Okay. So, pile 3. Here are the channeled messages. So, I heard when 2 becomes 1. So, and then I also like relationship and Bonnie and Clyde. So, I feel like you guys are finding, you know, somebody that rides for you and you ride for them. I feel like this is like, because I also saw like pinkies being locked, and I heard other half, like 2 halves of a whole. And so I feel like you guys are going to be, this eclipse season is going to be bringing in a relationship for you. And I love that for you guys. That love is in the air. It's very, very sweet. So definitely a relationship coming in for you guys. And then I heard and I saw somebody like journaling. I said like Dear Diary. And Spirit was saying that something that you've journaled about in the past could be coming like a full circle during this lunar eclipse, or just, you know, during this like eclipse season, but specifically like this lunar eclipse. So, and I just feel like there's going to be a lot of like vulnerability, like, because, you know, when you're writing in your diary, this is something very, very vulnerable and intimate that you don't want anybody else's eyes to see. So, this could be a conversation with somebody coming through. Like I said, something that you've journaled about coming to fruition. Like maybe you've journaled about wanting to have a conversation with somebody, or you've journaled about like your dream partner, that coming to fruition. But I do also feel like perhaps somebody's like inner thoughts being exposed, like sharing those inner thoughts with somebody else. Okay. I also saw a hyena, and I heard like fakes being exposed. So you could have some snakes in the grass, pile 3, or a snake, because I later did hear walking away from an Aries placement, sun, specifically Aries sun, and I did get that like it was a platonic connection. So walking away from an Aries sun, okay? And this could be the person who is like two-faced, tricky, you know, we don't like that. So I do see somebody being exposed. And then I saw somebody like getting like a little like award, little pin, like pinned to their shirt. So that could be literal, like you guys winning an award, or just receiving recognition for something that you've been working on. And I feel like it's been like overdue. Okay. And then I also heard weight loss. Now, this can either be like physical weight loss, like you guys being motivated to get in the gym, or this could literally be like energetic weight loss. Like, you know what? This could be like losing that relationship, that friendship, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I feel so much better. You know, because I also did channel, like, it says feeling lighter after distancing and removing oneself. So I'm like, okay, this could definitely be like energetically losing weight that you were carrying for far too long. Okay, or it could be physical weight. Okay, because I also channel feeling comfortable in your own skin and an increase in confidence, and we love that. And then I also got traveling out of the country. So you guys could be traveling out of the country soon, which is lovely. I hope that you have fun. I hope that you enjoy your experience. Be safe. And yeah, that's everything. Those are all the channel messages for you guys, pile 3. So now we're going to get into the energy that you need to be embodying. Okay, so I'm going to move this to the side. Okay. I'm going to pause while I shuffle. Okay, y'all, let's see. That was so... Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was looking at the bottom of the deck. We got the Bardo. Okay. Okay, so with the Bardo, the energy that you need to be embodying during this lunar eclipse is being okay with being in the liminal space. Okay, because within the liminal, there are endless possibilities, and you're able to see, like, because I know the liminal space gets a lot of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It gets like a bad image. Like, people are like, oh my gosh, it's liminal. But it's okay to be in the liminal, because whenever I'm in that liminal space, I feel like potential just bubbling up inside of me. I feel like I'm able to see all perspectives. You know, I feel like I'm walking a line between two halves, or many. And when you're in the Bardo, I feel like you're, especially with the eye here, your eyes are wide open. They're wide open because you're looking, because you're like, where am I in this liminal space? And so you're aware of all that is around you during this time. And especially with the skulls all around you. Well, the image on the Bardo, I'm getting like leaning into spiritual connection. So some of you could be mediums, psychic, intuition just on point. Okay, so lean into those, what's the word I'm looking for? Those intuitive nudges. Where are you being led right now? Where is the Bardo taking you? What is Spirit showing you? What is Spirit trying to tell you? Okay? So just let your own spirit guide you. You're supposed to feel right now. You're supposed to feel and sense. And I feel like a lot of us, we have forgotten how to, or we tend to forget how to feel and sense versus like knowing. There's a difference between knowing and feeling. And right now, the energy that you need to be embodying is of feeling, of sensing your way throughout this liminal space. Okay? And also keeping an open mindset within this liminal, because the liminal space offers us, like I said, many perspectives, many insights, many what ifs, you know? And then at the bottom of the deck, is it called Thanatos? Thanatos. Anyway, so this is at the bottom of the deck here. Ooh, this is death. But this is a rewriting. This is a death that rewrites us into a new beginning. So like the liminal, I love this because it's very like, I always say that I myself live in the liminal space because of how I communicate with, spirits. Always, receiving, in between two worlds. And I love this because while you're in between these two worlds, you're able to see, everything with that all. It's like an all-knowing eye there. You're able to see everything. You're able to overlook your life and understand, okay, this must go, this must die, or this part of me must die. It's leaning into this death energy so that your life can be rewritten. A new story can be told. A new you can emerge. I love this, but I'm running out of time, pile 3, so I'm going to record another video. Okay, pile 3. Yes, pile 3. We are back. So, like I was saying, welcome death. And I'm not saying in the physical sense, but in the metaphysical sense. Allow death to show you, what has been, I want to say rotting. Like what within you has been rotting your spirit, has been chipping away, at your soul, at your mind, could be body. What has been, like asking to be shed, asking to be let go of, what wants to be rewritten, Because, and also what wants to be reclaimed, because death is, yes, it is an ending, but it also, what follows right after an ending is a new beginning. So welcome death. Allow it, because it is, death is truth. Death is an initiator. Death is, I want to say, like, death is like a cleaner. You know, it gets rid of all that yuckiness within our lives. It sweeps it away. It gets, boom, it's gone. So definitely the energy that you guys need to, oh my gosh, right underneath it, look, the fault line. Ooh, interesting. So underneath, I think it's Thanatos, was the fault line, which is cracking open. Because, and also, you know, when you finally, like, when you break open, when you allow what's been bubbling underneath the surface to finally rise, it does kind of transport you to the liminal space, because you're like, well, where do I go from here? And it's like, well, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? What is this death teaching you about your needs, your desires, how you envision yourself, the relationships in your life, your career, where you want to go? What is it teaching you? What is it trying to tell you? You know? So definitely lean into this dying energy. Like I said, not physically, metaphysically. Lean into it. Accept it with open arms. Embrace death. Okay? And keep your eyes open. Remain aware. Okay. Love that. So that is the energy you need to be embodying during this lunar eclipse. And now we are going to get into the medicine that this eclipse carries for you, and anything else that, you know, it has in store for you. Okay, I'm going to pause. Okay. And you know, I was just rereading what I wrote down, and I wrote down, remember I said weight loss, but it can also be like metaphysical, remember? And that death card coming out was really, really, thank you, Spirit, really fascinating. Okay. All right, first card we got is Fawn. Okay, be curious, dear child, and explore the world within worlds. I love that. Okay, so this eclipse is asking you to pursue what stimulates you. As you can see, she's reading a book. But I also love, remember, because explore the world within worlds. That's literally like the liminal space, you know? So Spirit is saying to, in order to like navigate the liminal and eventually move through and away from the liminal space, you have to take the signs that Spirit, especially with, okay, the card on the bottom of the deck, tobacco, especially with the signs the Spirit is giving you. Where are you being led? Where is your spirit, not even like your spirits, but where is your spirit leading you during this time? Like, what is stirring inside of you right now? What's stirring you? What makes you go, ooh, I'm intrigued. I like that. I want to know more about that. What's doing that for you right now? Do you have maybe a class you want to take? Do you want to, you know, go back to school? Do you want to take little courses? Like, do you want to pursue an internship? Do you want to change careers? Do you want to have a side gig? Do you want to take up drawing? It's like, what is calling to you? Remain curious and open, because there are many avenues that I think you guys are just completely oblivious to, because I see that you guys tend to have tunnel vision. I think that's why the Bardo came out. That you guys can tend to have tunnel vision, and maybe you don't sit down enough and ask yourself, what do I truly enjoy doing? What this is stimulating. Can I explore that further? You know? And I love that. I love that. And I just, Spirit, like, this eclipse is urging you to get lost in those things. Because with her hair, like, being completely airborne is giving to me like time is slowing down. You know, when those sequences when time slows and everything is like in the air. And so they want you to lose yourself in curiosity, okay? Being playful, inviting that playful energy back. And especially with that's a doe, right? Is it a fawn, doe? What are they called? You know what I'm talking about, little baby deer. They want you to leap into those things. To say, yeah, I really want to do it. Yeah, this is like, it's a full-bodied yes, is what Spirit is basically saying here for this lunar eclipse. Where is your body giving a full-bodied yes, and where is it giving a full-bodied no? Pursue the full-bodied yeses, okay? And then we got kitchen witchery. And I love this because it says, abundance flows easily and effortlessly into your life. Be in gratitude. I love this because remember, I did pick up on, you know, a relationship. I did pick up on you guys feeling lighter, feeling more confident, receiving recognition. So that could be a part of this kitchen witchery abundance, but things are going to be going your way, pile 3. Okay. So, and with that, you know, when we lose something, like I said, something new, something better, something more aligned is falling into place. So lean into that death energy and watch what happens. Watch how you're blessed in ways you didn't even know were possible, that you weren't even thinking of. Watch how things this could be money. Like I said, this could be in love. This could be peace. Maybe you've been wanting peace in your life. You know, that is coming in. So your prayers are heard. They're being answered, most definitely with this kitchen witchery card. We also have Darkness Falls, and it says, within you live the hidden, the things that want nothing more than to swallow you whole. It's a mirror. That's like a vanity mirror. And remember, one of the signs was, I said a handheld mirror or a vanity mirror. Fascinating. And it's like your shadow self within the mirror. Wow. Within you live the hidden, the things that want nothing more than to swallow you whole. Ooh, and I'm looking at the skeletons here on the Bardo card. So it's like, what are you swallowing? What are you trying to keep down that is no longer yours to hold on to? That is no longer a part of you, but you're trying. This is comfortable to you. This is all you know. What parts of you are ready to fall away? What parts of you are waiting to be like sat with, to be talked to? Maybe there are parts of yourself that you are ashamed of, that you try to bury, and you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. You don't want to acknowledge that you have these aspects to yourself. But they're medicine because they teach you about yourself. They teach you about your past, and they are also tools that you can use in your future. So you're like, you know, I don't want to do that again. Or you know what? This part of me helped me get through this phase of my life. Can I tap into that? Can I integrate its medicine without fully embodying that, without letting it overtake me? And I'm running out of time. I'm gonna record another video. Okay, pile 3, we're back. But the more that you... Ooh, I love how the eyes are on the dress. But the more that you bury and try to run away from, I guess, those unsavory aspects of yourself, those shadow sides to you, the louder they are, the louder they scream, they howl, they want to be recognized. And like I said, they can often teach you a lot about yourself. A lot of how you've evolved, how you've adapted, okay? And so it's important to recognize why these parts of yourself exist, why they have existed, what purpose they served, and to, like I said, chew the meat and spit out the bones, okay? So to integrate the medicine that is important for your path right now and to release what no longer, serves it has a place in your life anymore, because these shadow parts of yourself, they can be clinging on to things in your current life that need to be let go of, because that's all they know. That's what they're comfortable with. Do you understand? Okay. I love that card. And then the card on the bottom of the deck is tobacco. And it says, feed your ancestors, raise the sacred smoke to them, for they are hungry to connect. And I love that, because the energy that you have to embody with the bardo here, like I said, like your spirits, they want to talk to you, they want to yap, they want to discuss. There are important matters at hand. And if you ever feel alone, honey, we are never alone. Our spirits are with us. They are with us, okay? They ain't even a call away. They're a whisper away, a prayer away, a breath away. They are with you. Know that, always. They never want you to forget that, okay? So, if your spirits, whatever plants, herbs, roots, bark in your lineage, offer them to your spirits. But because you can smoke tobacco. You don't have to smoke it, but you can get a cigar and blow through it, or you can get actual like loose leaf tobacco. You can burn that, or if it is sweetgrass, in your tradition, if it is, let's say, rosemary, pine, whatever it is, offer it to your spirits. Sit with them. If you have an altar, sit at your altar. If you don't have an altar, that's okay. You are the altar. Call upon, like your benevolent spirits who have your highest good at heart, highest path, purpose, okay? Call upon your spirits. Invite them in. Ask them for guidance. Our spirits want them to help us. We have to ask for that help. Invite them, to eat with you, drink with you, speak about your day, speak about what's on your heart. Allow your spirits, and they live in your heart, but allow them to, sit with your heart, to sit with you, okay? Because they have a lot of wisdom to offer you, Pile 3, okay? They really, really want to help you throughout this shedding phase in your life. This shedding phase is going to obviously end up being very, very beneficial for y'all, okay? All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Advice portion. All right, let me pause. While I was shuffling, I heard Shotgun Rider. Is that by Beyonce? I think, and Miley Cyrus. Is that what it's called? Shotgun Rider? Anyway, I heard that song. So this could be talking about how spirits like, baby, I'm here for you. I'm always by your side. Or this could be that relationship that I channeled earlier, okay? But let's see what message of advice Spirit has for y'all. Oh. Thank you. Okay. Okay, first message. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on Earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. And lastly, we have, dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? Beautiful. Okay, and I do have a second deck for just more advice for y'all. And this is the final pull, so I'm going to shuffle. Okay, let's see. Let's see what y'all's message is. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. First card is reconsider your commitments. Have you piled so much on your plate that there's little room for you? Identify what truly matters and graciously decline the rest. There's a universe of meaningful opportunities on the other side of no. In fact, every no makes space for the perfect yes. Your freedom is closer than you think. And then we have accept yourself. While there's a time and place for self-improvement, today's focus is on everything that's already great about you. Let go of who you think you should be and fall madly in love with who you are in this moment. When you accept yourself exactly as you are, you shift from living for tomorrow to appreciating today. Accept yourself, sweetheart. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have a new day. Let go of what was in order to make room for what's to come. It may be time to release a relationship that has run its course, a job that's lost its luster, or a depleting commitment. The past is over. What's done is done. Acknowledge the feelings, learn from the experience, and give yourself permission to release any negative emotions or guilt. When one area of our life falls apart, new opportunities fall into place. Okay? And that is all the messages for you, Pile 3. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it resonated. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, DM me. I offer Eclipse readings and I offer a plethora of many other readings. So if you're interested, DM me. I hope that you guys navigate this eclipse energy with grace. I'm sending you all love and luck. Take care.